is cold. It is cold, but it's been worse, and it's still Lent. Hashtag offer it up. Hey guys, how's it going? So I was gonna walk to class with you guys today and have you, since I'm just a busy guy and that was the best time to do it, but lighting is kind of bad around here at this time in the morning, so I will just do this. So the gospel readings for Palm Sunday, they kind of show us how quickly things change, right? We've got Peter who, says, "I will not deny you, Lord," and then a few hours later does exactly that. You have the people who welcome Jesus into Jerusalem with palm branches, and then a few days later they're calling for his crucifixion, and then obviously the obvious one is us, right? We say, "Lord, I love you, and I don't want to ever offend you again," and then a half hour later we offend him again. So we all notice how easy it is to just get into that habit, how quickly things change in that aspect. But have you ever noticed how virtue does not work like that? I mean, this is why we have people we call saints, because it takes a lifetime of devotion to develop things like forgiveness, humility. These are really difficult for us, and don't try denying it. And this is why we have things like Lent, so we can spend a good amount of time trying to develop good, healthy habits to help us grow personally and spiritually. So for those of you who have had a good Lent, good job! But what about if you haven't had a good Lent? Maybe you've been struggling with keeping your penances and you're just like, no, is my Lent ruined and my path to holiness just destroyed because I didn't do my Lent right, and I just never do my Lent right. What do I do? Well, no, your Lent is not destroyed, even though it's Holy Week. And I just want to point to probably the crucial part of Holy Week to tell you why. Because as much as, virtue takes time to develop, the great thing about God is he always he can bring good out of evil. And that's something that has happened quickly. With the Passion itself, one moment Jesus is eating supper with his disciples, the next moment he's being scourged, tortured for our sins, but then the next moment he's dying, we're saved, and not a few days later, he's risen from the dead. Through his sufferings, we are made whole. And as the reading from Paul said, he did not look at his divinity as something to be grasped at. He didn't try to take advantage of that. He became one of us. He came and understood the different sufferings of life, and then through that brought about that greater good. So, Lent is almost over, the Triduum is a few days away, and I just want to encourage you, if you're struggling with your Lenten penance, don't give up. Make this the most crucial part of the week. And maybe you're suffering from other stuff that's not Lenten penance. I just want to encourage you, let God work in your life. Let him bring good out of evil. For it is through his stripes we are healed. It's through his stripes we are healed. And so oftentimes we look at that and just be like, how could you love me? How could you love me? And he says, do you think I only love you this much? No. He holds his hands out like on the cross and says, I love you this much. And in my wounds and brokenness, I have made room for you in your wounds and brokenness. Now come to me, all you who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So guys, just take the opportunity this Holy Week to really dive deeper, even if you haven't already. Just do it. All right, take care, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.